Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Last Rights topical show. Oh, there was something in my brain there. Yeah, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about the war. Welcome to the Last Rights, of course. Give us a subscribe if you would like. But it'd be very nice if you do, innit? Let's talk about Jimmy Savile, The Reckoning on BBC. First of all, I'm going to try and see if we can share stuff without it going a little bit haywire on here. Starring Steve Coogan, of course, 4 episodes on iPlayer. No, I'm not paying for TV license, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, I think we're doing okay. I think we're going to do okay without getting too many tech issues. There's Coogan as Savile, phenomenal, and the real man himself. Great performance from Coogan, I have to say, and even stuff like the Jim Will Fix It theme tune. Now you done it, takes me right back to being a tiny little child, living 12 miles precisely my house. I think almost to the foot to Stoke Mandeville Hospital from little old Buckinghamshire. So that's where I'm from. So he would have been driving past when I was a kid doing his evil business, and now I live in Manchester. So I think the show in episode 1 starts in Manchester. Is it Three Coins Club? I think it's in the city centre here. Obviously not there anymore, with his gangster brother splitting heads and smacking people on the ass. In a little house in Salford. So yeah, we're kind of in Savile land. But what did you guys think of it? I think that's important. Let me know what you thought of it as well. Whether you thought it was obviously terrifying, right? We make jokes and stuff, but what a terrifying man! And how did we not know? How did none of us know? And the way Coogan plays it, he's obviously got what's going on here? You want some free tickets and all that. And then he'll switch when he's got someone in a room, like in his office. And it's like, you better show me. He was a wrestler as well. I think he was a bit of a, he was a tough young lad. I think I know his brother was a local gangster. And I don't know, near the family are left. I'm sure they've changed their name like the Hitlers, but I don't think they're really John Savile's knocking around or Cuthbert Savile. But yeah, very, very, very strange man. And as a kid, yeah, a tiny little kid, I think I remember Jim Will Fix It. I certainly remember him knocking around on top of the pops every now and then, coming back from the last one. But yeah, obviously this is dramatized. So I don't know how much the main points are true, but how much of the journalist figuring stuff out and behind the scenes at the BBC and all that. It's all very interesting stuff. But yeah, creepy as fuck. So definitely lots of creepy moments in there. But I thought Coogan was absolutely phenomenal. There's a bit of an uproar when he was like, "Why would you play this?" I think it is an important part of British history at this point, right? British media history, but I think British history in general. What happened with him and lots of other people in radio and TV after he died and all that, and yeah, at a different time as well, where people wouldn't report stuff or couldn't report it, or it didn't get listened to, and suicides. And yeah, the inquest is quite interesting, I think, where the police kind of knew a few bits and pieces, but there was also no communication between police forces, as well as him being buddies with senior cop from Leeds and knew the police in Manchester and all that stuff as well. So interesting time. But I thought it was a really good show. The 4th episode I thought was kind of rushed, but maybe it's because a lot didn't happen because he's kind of retired. They touched on the celebrity Big Brother stuff and in the final Top of the Pops and all that. Yeah, was it Vernon Kay who was doing like a tribute? Jim Will Fix It and that when it was starting to come out. But very good, I think, performance from Coogan. It's a good show. Obviously, if you're going to be upset by that kind of business, don't watch it. But if you're just interested in some weird guy and how the fuck he got away with that stuff. On multiple levels, friends with prime ministers and royal families and police and your mum and all that stuff as well. So I don't think anyone from my family ever met him, because we had a few celebrities come by my town, and obviously he was driven through. He probably stopped for a sandwich in the local shop or a pint or whatever back then. But yeah, I'm sure one of my family members was born in Stoke Mandeville. I know my brother goes there sometimes now, so kind of local to me in 2 cases, including where I live now. But I thought it was a really good performance from Coogan, and I know I said that 6 times now, but I'll say it again. Coogan. All right. So yeah, let us know what you thought about it. I thought it was the fourth episode was a little rushed. But some of the other performances of the supporting cast, particularly the couple that was it Stoke Mandeville? I think it might have been that he ran the radio show and he had his wife there that Savile would find. Had some great lines though, and I think he did this in reality as well. I was like, well, if I go up to the pearly gates and meet St. Peter and he won't let me in because of my credit that I put in the bank on the charity races, I'll break his fingers. And where he just snaps and he's angry because obviously we only saw the jolly guy on TV. Bit of the weird stuff from the Louis Theory, but it's like he's a cunt. Just I love the turn of personality there as well, and I think there's more to dig into in Jimmy Savile. So yeah, good program, worth it, and it's nice to see something good on the BBC because obviously I'm not a fan of what the BBC's become really in terms of content as well. I don't really watch a lot of it, but with the streaming services making every now and then a really good show, it's nice to see the BBC making, oh, okay, that's a pretty good show. And you kind of, right, you're not including the cover up when it came out and all that stuff because they shelved the show and all that, and ITV did the thing, and that's how it come out. But they did have some of the internal discussions, BBC wise. Are you absolutely sure, Jimmy, that you didn't do anything? He's like, no, I would never think of it. I guess that's covering their own asses in a way. So we need to look into those conversations to if they happened in that way or not. But yeah, overall, I just really liked it. And then, yeah, the nostalgia, the music, and the rise of the DJ in the UK as well. And yeah, just obviously different times. And he was doing that sort of business over 30, 40 years, right? Something like that, 45 years or 50 years. Insane behavior. He's born in the 1920s. And I think he was starting to getting up to no good in Manchester in the 50s, I believe. Maybe the 60s. Not good. Yeah, got nothing. Got no interesting takes on it apart from I really like the show. And obviously he's a massive piece of shit. And let's hope that I don't think that could happen again on that scale over like 50, 60 years at least. But yeah. Let us know what you thought. And should there be a sequel like Jimmy Savile comes back as a zombie to get retribution on? You should have shelved your show as well. Now I'm living on a Nazi base on the moon and I'm hard. I've got a gun and that. You've always got to make it weird, Carl, haven't you? Do you like my Hobbit t-shirt? It's very old from the Hobbit pub in Southampton. Please go visit. If it's still called the Hobbit, then we're getting sued at some point. There we go. Off the rails again. 8 minutes. Have a great Friday weekend. Whenever you're watching it, go watch The Reckoning. Is my absolute recommendation. So just don't tell your mother. All right. Give us a subscribe. I said subscribe without sounding disabled. Kinda.